I think I did pretty well. I definitely have stuff to work on, missed a few reads here and there. But overall, I think it was a productive day. That last 2-minute drive, it kind of came together a little bit. But I think everyone's got things to work on. That's why it's spring. We have this gap to get better before we hit camp.
Coach Fish says, not today but earlier, that you'll be as good as you put in May, June, and July next season. What does that mean for you as far as what you need to do and how important it's going to be?
It's both tangible and intangible. You got to get guys in the field and working together, but it's also that sort of that leadership role that me and a few other guys in this team can assume and rally all the guys around and get everyone not out for maybe some voluntary player run workouts, not just to get out there and do it, but to get out there and be really excited to get more opportunities to get better. And it's up to us to kind of forge that path and hit training camp on the ground running.
One of your teammates mentioned a while back that you weren't able to throw part of last off season. Was there something, I don't know what he was referring to, were you hurt part of last off season?
I was fine.
Okay.
Now working with Coach Fish after this whole month, anything new that you've learned about him? I know your friend Wilton Speak told you a little bit about him, but anything kind of surprise you about him?
No, we work really well together. He kind of understands how I function, and I'm using it as an opportunity to get inside his head because I want to, by game one, I want to be his head on the field. So I'm trying to. He'll call a play, and I'm not just trying to run it. I'm trying to ask him why are you doing it in this situation? What are you looking for? I want to understand where he's trying to come, where he's coming from, so that I can really basically do everything he asks, because he's been around the block with the NFL and college. He knows exactly what he wants, and that's what I'm just trying to do for him.
He was talking about the hours limit in the offseason, so you guys can't necessarily communicate as much as you maybe would like to. So what can you do to kind of take steps forward in the offense and be more comfortable?
Learn quick. Put the burden on my shoulders, and then once those non-contact period comes, I can take the burdens on my shoulders and try to distribute it to the teammates and coach them up and give them the coaching points that I know Fish would have given them. So it's my responsibility and Kenny Young's on defense to try and be the coordinators the offseason. And well, like I said earlier, not just take off at training camp, but already be running and just hit the ground running once we get to training camp.
Do you anticipate that being easier now that you've done it and you had to go through a couple of seasons?
Yeah, I mean, it's just a lot of it's being older. It just comes with time. Everything kind of evolves, and I've grown more this off season than I think I have in any off season since I've started playing football. I've learned a lot about myself. I've learned a lot about what the sport means to me, and being hurt isn't really that fun. So tried to spin that one into a positive, and I think to this point I've definitely come up on the better side of it.
Did that give you a different perspective of having it taken away from you for half the season?
Huge. Physically, I learned more about my body than ever before. I'm in not just better shape, but more healthy shape, I guess you could say, with my diet, my posture, everything. And then non-physically, you sitting home watching your guys play on TV, it's just kind of a bummer when you're seeing guys maybe get banged up or you see some down faces and you just really wish you were there to help them out.
Overall, Fish's offense, what's your feeling about it? I mean, what does it do for you? What kind of opportunities comparatively like to a pure spread? What would you say it does for you?
I love it. I've learned more. I've learned more in this spring ball than about just the game of football than I have in a very long time. He's not just teaching us his offense, he's teaching us how to be good quarterbacks and good people and good teammates in general. We watch a lot of Tom Brady, Matt Ryan film and see how quickly they get the ball out. And it's not like Coach Fish's offense it's one offense. He goes to a team and you can kind of tell he evaluates all their strengths and weaknesses and tailors an offense that's great for us. He's not fitting square pegs into a circular hole. So I'm really excited for the future, and I think we're going to be a really, really good football team moving forwards.
How did the interception develop on that play?
We was in a quarters defense, I read my the tight end who came vertical. If he goes vertical, and I have a man-to-man, he run a corner route. I seen Josh looking at him, so I just jumped the corner route, picked it off.
You seem like you've had a really good spring. Have you been happy with how you played this spring?
I've been really happy the way I played. I feel like it goes to my preparation, going with Alosi in the offseason, doing my own offseason workouts, and then just watching extra film to try to get better.
Did you make that?
Oh, my mother actually did.
Now you guys are finished with spring. You guys go into kind of this summer workout. How important is it to kind of build on what you guys have done in the spring? Now you guys don't even get your coaches.
It's very important. We should be having some play-around practices that will be picked up by me, Josh, Kenny Young, Scott Quesenberry, guys like those. But it's very important leading into the season that we haven't lost track of what we have accomplished this far already. So these next 3-4 months going into the season is real critical to our success this season.
What do you do in those player run practices? How do you kind of split up what your goals are and what you want to accomplish each day?
You really have, captains specifically in each group that kind of, go talk to the coaches and stuff like that and get the message from the coaches and deliver to the players. And once you have that, then the practices are ran pretty smoothly.
You've done this a few years now. Is there a bigger jump after spring heading into fall camp, or is there a bigger jump after the season heading into spring practice?
It's pretty much the same. It's a big jump for both of them. You just know what kind of coming into the winter. Okay, it's a long period of time that you have to get better, but you want to make that big jump. You don't want to make any period smaller than the other. So it has to be a big jump into both to get better.
You lost some guys from the secondary from last year. How would you judge where the secondary is now compared to coming out of spring practice last year?
I say we are ahead. I feel like where we were last year. I feel like this group is a more physical group. This group understands. We understand each other. We play well together, and it should be an exciting season.
Coach Meade called you kind of the next Fabian Moreau. What does that mean to you, knowing that Fabian just got drafted yesterday?
That means a lot to me. That's a big statement coming from him. I really appreciate the compliments I have been receiving from my coaches. Fabian is one of my big brothers, and he has taught me a lot while he was here. I wish him the best of luck where he was drafted to in Washington, and I'm really happy for him.
How'd you like it out there, Larry?
It was fun, a lot of energy. A lot of guys who I'm friends with are against me today, but it's cool. We're friends now because we won. And one of my friends, Nate Meredith, owed me Roscoe's tonight, so I'm looking forward to that dinner. But it was good, man. It was good. A lot of guys, got the opportunity to play in a game-like situation, and a lot of energy, a lot of fun, a lot of learning, a lot of tackling, a lot of interceptions. It was just fun.
As a team, did you get a reward?
Did I get a reward?
The winning team.
No, just recognition. That's it. Just get recognition. Ms. Val, shout out to Ms. Val. She's a great coach. That was one of her goals. She said, she's been dating a DC that's been coaching here for a long time, and she's had some success as a coach here as far as her position right now, and she's never got the chance to coach for her team that she's been rooting for all her life and win the game there as a head coach. So, tips our hat off to Ms. Val, and yeah, she's a great lady too. Really great lady. She had a great speech at the beginning of the game, and she got us fired up. I got the goosebumps for a little bit. So.
What was the message in that speech?
Well, I'm like, well, what is she gonna say? Like, it's not typical where a lady stands up and gives a speech to grown men, right? So she just told us, just go out there, be yourself, and guys, believe it or not, she said, what stuck home to me. She said that you're having your most fun when you're in the zone. And unless you're not in that zone, then things won't go the way you expect it to go. So I thought that was really, a really great way of thinking, because she's right. A lot of times when I'm in the zone, that's when I'm having my most fun, running around making plays, and it's just a great feeling. I'm just so passionate about the sport, and that was great. That was great that she said that, and I think the guys felt that, and I'm pretty sure that's why we won today.